The Yankees transformed their bullpen this year. Lefties Justin Wilson and Chasen Shreve, along with righty David Carpenter, give Joe Girardi hard-throwing choices from both sides for matchups in the late innings. Letting one of the game's elite closers leave via free agency was a hard decision for the Yankees front office. One made easier by the signing of a player from a division rival who came into his own last season.
Andrew Miller, number 48.
Miller, one of the Yankees' big free agent pickups. He's going to be a big part of this bullpen. You see what he did last year with the Red Sox and the Orioles. And it was great for the Orioles in the playoffs as well.
Andrew Miller was a pitcher the Yankees admired from afar and saw him dominate a year ago while with the Orioles. The prospect of having both he and Dellin Betances for the back end of games was an opportunity they could not pass up.
I think you have to see how people react when they're in this situation. I feel good about both of those guys doing it. A number of guys down there, I think, are more than capable of closing. It doesn't hurt to have a guy that has the ability to close if your closer is down for a day or down for a couple of days. But I think they're both more than capable.
I faced him. I've seen him from the other side. And he's not comfortable to hit against. You throw those two guys at the back end of our bullpen, and you know it's going to be a success.
I know Andrew from Boston in years past, and that addition is huge. So when you have the tandem of Betances and Miller, it's pretty much unstoppable.
Miller, like others in the bullpen around him, can bring it. He also features some nasty off-speed stuff, making him hard to hit.
Swing and a miss. 2-away.
And that is the put-away pitch for Andrew Miller.
I grab it right across the label, you know, for whatever reason. I don't know whether that's superstitious or whether maybe that hides something from the hitters, but I always grab it across the label. And to throw it harder, I get it more out in my fingertips and get my fingers closer to the top of what we call the horseshoe. And to throw a little bit slower and bigger break, I kind of choke it a little bit more. I feel like if I can come in and get ahead of hitters, I like my chances against anybody. And when I get my own way, it's usually falling behind hitters or, you know, or walking a guy here or there. So the better I am at throwing strikes and getting ahead of guys, I think I can get anybody out.
Whether he is a closer or a setup man or both, Miller is excited to be a key piece of the Yankees bullpen and to contribute to helping the Yankees win games.
You know, whatever's best for the team right now is what's best for me, and that's what I look forward to. I think we want to win games, and you know, if that means I'm throwing the 8th inning or the 6th inning, whatever's best for the team. And I think there's a lot of great arms. I know everybody talks about myself and Betances, but there's other guys that are certainly capable as well.
The Yankees have not had a back end of the bullpen this intimidating since the late 1990s, and it looks to be a strength of this ye's team.
It's a big-time luxury to have, and especially with the guys that we have. There are certain situations where the only thing that you need, the only thing that you want is a strikeout, and have guys that have the ability, power arms that can do that kind of on command is pretty neat.
I have a really strong bullpen, so I'm really looking forward to be a part of that. And I don't see any limitations for myself, so I can definitely see me being a piece of that puzzle and getting back to where I was a few years ago for sure.
You said starters don't go as long. 200 innings is pretty rare now. It's a huge accomplishment for a starter to make it that far, whereas a few years ago it wasn't that big of a deal. So, I think the ability to have guys come in and hold a lead, maintain a game is really important.